Welcome in, Googans. You're out of frame, Drew. Bring it in. After all, my friend on the text line said we hold hands during this video, so you need to be closer. Hello! Yeah, that's my buddy, the Notre Dame guy.
Oh!
So have fun. Have fun with Dan Son holding hands later, so
that's
here we are.
What does Notre Dame guy do?
I don't know. He's kind of a jackass.
Probably nothing exciting.
Probably nothing important.
Time to be on the text line every morning.
Mostly just, biding his days until sweet death comes for him.
Sure.
Welcome in, everybody. It's After Drill. Beef here.
True.
Glad to have you with us. Mm-hmm. It's another exciting day. It's a Tuesday. Big news out of the sports world this morning as Herbs, it's pizza time for Herbs, as he's decided once again to hang it up. This time at Ohio State, he's retiring from the coaching ranks. Drew.
Yeah. Where
will Urban Meyer resurface?
That's a great question.
Because we know he will. He's not retired.
Yeah.
Don't fall for this, Googans. Yeah. He's not retired.
They'll have some like Mother Mary moment where the cysts in his brain have fully retreated.
Right. Miraculous recovery.
I'm back.
And he's got the itch and he wants to get back into it. And that'll come sooner rather than later. Probably, in the next couple of years. Conveniently, it'll probably come right around the same time that Brian Kelly's tenure comes to an end in South Bend.
Notre Dame, that'd be a good place.
Yeah, that'll be about the time Herb suddenly gets the itch to get back into the saddle and have another meteoric 5 to 6 year run where, again, he comes down with, meningitis or something that causes him to have to retire once again.
Something horrid, yeah. Sure.
Although I would think after a good 6-7 year run at Notre Dame, that probably would be about it for Herbs.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a guy who the NFL would be right for him. But who knows, man? He's a guy who burns the candle at both ends.
Yeah. How old is Herbs?
He's under 60. I think he's 57.
Okay.
That's why I don't think he's done yet. But I think if he catches on in a couple years and he does another 5 to 6 years at one more big college, I think that'd be about it for Herbs. But nobody thinks he's done here.
You don't see any like Les Miles type things in the cards for him where he goes to like some crap school?
No, because I think the book was written on Les Miles that he actually, in fact, was not a good coach. But won a national title with a just stacked team. And Herbs, everybody knows, is a good coach. He's done it at too many places, and he's done it at a high level, and beat the hell out of everybody everywhere he's gone.
He's like
He'll
the
do
guy.
It again.
So Les to you is like the guy from Nebraska that for whatever reason I can't remember his name who went on to coach at like Yale or something like that. Or where did he go?
What, you talking about Frank Solich?
No. The guy they just had before they went when they were going like 9-3 every year. You know what I'm talking about? I'll look it up.
You gotta look it up.
I'll look it up.
They just had Riley. They just had the Oregon State guy, Mike Riley.
Before it,
Les Miles is a little bit on Mike Riley.
You're gonna know exactly. I mean, as soon as
I know they had Bill Callahan. Did they have somebody between Bill Callahan and Mike Riley at Nebraska?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Bill Callahan was a nightmare. Bill Callahan is Les Miles, in that he's a guy who achieved one great thing in his life, but probably the credit is not because of the other people. That came before him. Lane Kiffin to Ohio State for the 20.
Bo Pelini.
Bo Pelini. Man, maybe. Les is a little bit. Now, the one good thing Pelini has over Les Miles is there's a fantastic fake Bo Pelini Twitter account. There is no fantastic
that
fake
is very good.
Les Miles Twitter account. So Pelini's got that edge over Sparky. But Sparky does eat grass, so they both have their quirks. I don't know why the hell this video's gone.
Sure.
Sparky's back at Kansas, and Herbs will be back in the next year or two, probably at Notre Dame. Although the elder Hick today said he thinks Mrs. Herbs, Shelley, might have a hankering for the West Coast because she likes a little glitz and glamour, and she may push him for that USC job when Helton eventually flames out there at USC as he's. You don't feel like Helton's long for the world. I know he got the vote of confidence from Lynn Swann, and he's got himself another year.
Quite sure why they're doing that, but it's fine. I thought for sure he was done.
Unless he's got a little from Herbs.
Yeah.
Then maybe you sit tight with Helton Clay Helton's for a year or two. But the college football bowl schedule is set. Obviously, we're just really ticking down the days for the playoff semifinal games. And really, we're just ticking down the days to Jan 7 when Bama and Clemson get it on for real. Because face it, folks, that's where we're headed.
That's probably where we're headed.
That's where we're headed. Oklahoma and Notre Dame, sure, cool.
By the way, speaking of that, I saw Kyler Murray overtook as the favorite for the Heisman yesterday.
Did he become the favorite? Yeah, maybe you were onto something yesterday, Drew. I was still leaning to it, but
no,
Murray's been a strong push.
I think you brought up good points, though. It might be a little too much.
I don't know, Murray, though. Murray kind of reminds me of Christian Yelich. in that he made this late push where he really came on hard and got hot.
Yeah, it's just Yelich was just like, I mean, it was so obvious, right? I mean, there was.
But it wasn't until probably the last 2.5, 3 weeks.
Right,
of the season.
right. I get that. I guess Yelich just didn't have really the opposition as strong as say Kyler does with Tua.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kyler Murray might get it. It still seems like it's a 2-horse race. Haskins got the invite to New York as well, but Haskins feels he's being given the invite because he's had a great year. But I don't think anybody believes Dwayne Haskins is a real threat.
No, he's not
this year.
No.
Like you said yesterday, he's had a monster year, and a lot of years it was a Heisman season.
He was 48 touchdowns, 7 picks, something really, really good.
He's not going to get it this year. The competition is too steep for him to get it done this year.
Walt Bell moved on to UMass.
Yeah, what about that? How how does Lethal Simplicity become a path to the head coaching job?
I read into it a little bit, and basically they said for about the last month and a half, basically since about the Notre Dame game, Walt Bell was frustrated with his role with the offense. Basically, he jumped at the opportunity to come to Florida State because of Florida State, not really thinking of his role there. He gets there, and Willie's basically like, I'm calling the plays, we're implementing my offense. Right, and then even when he turned the plays over to Walt, it was, hey, you're still implementing my offense. Right. And he didn't like that. He wasn't given total autonomy over, offensive play calling and all that. So I guess rumor had it, which is, kind of shakes me to my... so basically our FSU's top quarterback commits Sam Howell. There's been rumors he could flip to UNC for a while, but then Fedora got fired, and he said, look, I'm shutting it down, going to FSU. He's supposed to sign early and be an early enrollee, which early signing day is in 10 days?
Yeah.
And so Walt Bell, that little SOB, decides to leave yesterday. He is literally pretty much the sole reason why we had Sam Howell committed. He was his primary recruiter, was the first guy to hire him. I don't even think Willie Taggart had been to his high school. So basically, we found out that before Larry Fedora got fired, Walt Bell was pretty much set to be North Carolina's next offensive coordinator.
Oh.
So Howell would have surely flipped at that point. But then Fedora gets fired, so he locks it down, and now obviously Sam Howell's not going to go to UMass. But Mac Brown apparently is already on him. Willie Taggart's now set up an in-home with him for Thursday, and apparently some names that have arose for the offensive coordinator job are Kendall Briles and Hugh Freeze for Florida State. So we'll see.
Maybe I'd call like Sam Howell's dad, see if he wants to be the OC.
Yeah, I mean at this point,
just get it done.
I'll be honest. I could give. I do not care at all about losing Walt Bell. It doesn't. I mean, we were 115th in the nation in offense. I don't care.
No, Sam Howell's a nice get. You don't want to lose
But
him.
I really, really don't want to lose Sam Howell because we have 2 scholarship quarterbacks, one of which I hate.
Yes, there is that.
So
such is life when you're an FSU fan right now.
So yeah.
Dark days. Kelly Bryant's decision is coming down.
Sure.
The former Clemson quarterback. He thought he was going to have full run this season. He ended up losing the gig and decided to shut it down, take that red shirt, and give himself a little more time to play college football. I know he's got it down to a handful of schools: Mississippi State, Arkansas, North Carolina among them.
Huh.
And it's I don't know how you feel about Bryant. You feel he's a good enough player that where he goes has a ripple effect. Does it really shake the fortunes of where he lands?
First off, graduate transfers very rarely work out the way people think they're going to.
Right.
One, and two, I like Kelly Bryant as a player. I mean, he's good. He's not great. I don't think there's any kind of a ripple effect when he commits somewhere. I don't think kids are flocking to go play with Kelly Bryant.
Sure, maybe not.
So no, I don't really care where he goes, honestly. It doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably better than anything North Carolina has right now, so I guess if I had to choose, go somewhere in the SEC.
Well, right. I mean, I guess the thought is if you go someplace like Mississippi State, that's,
sure.
before their ranked team, can he be enough to
yeah.
make them?
No,
I mean,
I don't think
not
so.
a contender, but maybe a little stronger out in the West.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's nothing special.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
We're counting the days. It's primetime week, Thursday nighter, Jags-Titans, like always. So we'll have the Thursday night game. Pre-game coverage starts at 3 o'clock.
Over-under set at 37.
37.
Give me the under.
Yeah, give me that under all day. Jeff Prosser on the pregame. for the Surrey kickoff radio station, as Lauren Brooks and Lauren Rue are hopping on a jet plane and headed off to Philly for Army-Navy. They'll be anchoring our Army-Navy coverage this weekend. They'll be doing midday chalk from Philadelphia. They'll be covering the game as well. We'll be carrying the game. Just those two. It's kind of a ladies' girls trip. Girls trip.
Girls trip.
Because,
girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to go to Army-Navy, man. And let
Sure.
have at it.
Let the hair down. Have some fun.
Live the dream.
Yeah.
Have fun. It's an awesome. I'd love to go to Army-Navy once.
I would love to go.
It's such a cool experience. Everybody that's gone said it's just like the bomb going to Army-Navy. So I'd love to go once just to experience.
Nothing was better than the time I had to go to pick my father up early in the morning, drive to Tony Baselli's house, pick him up, and then drop them both off at Doc Murphy's house so they could board a private jet without me, and then go to Army-Navy.
Yeah, when you ride with Doc Murphy, man, you ride in style, dude. That much is for sure. Doc is what we like to call a success story.
Yeah.
In the business. If you're going to Army-Navy with Doc Murphy, you're doing it the right way. But yeah, so we'll look forward to checking in with them. We'll look forward to hearing from Jeff Prosser on the pregame show Thursday. We're taping Beat the Brains today over at the Best Bet. I got to get my TV face just right. Got to, get the moneymaker straightened up. No, I will not be wearing the Pearl Jam t-shirt for the Beat the Brains taping. I'm prone to the swarm pits, so I wore that today as a precautionary measure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not to be too inside the business here.
Sure.
But we love you. There's no pretense here on After Drill. We let you have it.
Yeah.
All of it. We bear it all. Lay it bare for you. Charles says, I know this is off the wall, but Shad Khan's son is starting a wrestling company.
I have no idea. Is he?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, cool.
Don't care.
Yeah. I'd be cool if they'd start a competitive football team. That I'd like to see. Love you, Googans.